Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and greatest episode of The Mandalorian, which dropped today on Disney Plus. Oh, so much satisfaction in one episode. Before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on The Mandalorian by the most recent episode, which is episode 5 of season 3, you do not want to keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, so great to see so many familiar faces again. Captain Carson Teva, Grief Karga, even the evil former Imperial officer chick. I can't remember her name. Elia Kane, yeah. And how about some awesome, unexpected surprises in the form of a cameo appearance by actor Tim Meadows as a New Republic officer? That was unexpected and delightful. And speaking of delightful, how about the live-action debut of Zeb Aurelius from the TV show Star Wars Rebels? Of all the characters I thought we were going to see appear from Rebels in this show, Zeb was not the one I was expecting. So that was an unexpected but very welcome treat. Zeb was the big purple guy who was seen at the bar talking to Captain Carson Teva after he listened to Grief Karga's plea for help. And Zeb was a main character in the animated series, the very good animated series Star Wars Rebels. And he looked great. I mean, I was like, oh my God, it's Zeb. As soon as I heard the voice, that's something Blum. Or Bloom, Steve Bloom, that's it, Steve Bloom, that's Steve Blum's voice. I'm like, that's awesome. They got the same guy to do the voice for him. That's fantastic. I was like, oh, this is exciting. So as brief as that was, it was delightful. And then what an exciting action-packed episode. This episode was basically Mandalorians versus pirates. I was here for it. I was a little thrown off at first by the sentiments of Paz Vizsla, the big heavy-set Mandalorian, because I'm like, why is this dude acting and talking like this? He's in debt to Mando and Bo-Katan for saving his son. And then he raises all these points, and then he says, because we are Mandalorians. And I was like, oh, good. He's supporting this. He's actually in favor of saving Navarro. I also like the fact that in exchange for helping save or liberate Navarro from the pirates, that Mando took the land that Grief Karga offered him originally and gave it to the Mandalorians as a new sanctuary, a new home for them. I also loved how Armorer gave her blessing to Bo-Katan that she can now remove her helmet without any consequences or repercussions or violating the way. Now that Bo-Katan walks in both worlds, and she seems to be tasked with bringing back other lost Mandalorians all over the galaxy to Navarro, since Armorer is now convinced that Bo-Katan did indeed see a mythosaur on Mandalore. So that's pretty exciting. Overall, very exciting episode. I love seeing all the different alien races of Navarro and amongst the pirates as well. Can't say I was too familiar with the green-bearded guy. The voice sure did sound familiar, and the actor who provided the voice is a TV actor who is in Game of Thrones and Zoo and a couple other shows, but I was like, oh, I know that voice from somewhere. Who is that? Nonso Alonzi is his name, the guy who's the voice of the pirate captain. So that was pretty cool. Very exciting, very satisfying episode. I love the fact that Captain Teva, knew to go to the Mandalorian since the New Republic wouldn't get involved, which seems like a pretty shitty loophole to me, seeing that happen. But it also seemed like bureaucratic ineptitude as well. But, I think Carson's instincts are on point. I think there's something bigger afoot happening in the Outer Rim that the New Republic isn't even aware of yet. And I think discovering the Imperial shuttle that was carrying Moff Gideon, and of course not finding him there, but supposedly Beskar armor, Mandalorian armor, I think somebody is trying to implicate the Mandalorians, or perhaps there really were some Mandalorians involved in Moff Gideon's escape. Who knows? We'll have to keep watching to find out. But I'm glad they finally did touch on that, because we're 5 episodes into this season and we still haven't seen him, Moff Gideon. but he's probably going to appear sooner rather than later, so it's just a matter of time, I think. But overall, great episode, exciting, action-packed, satisfying with character and actor appearances and cameos. And new potential storylines being introduced, like the Mandalorians having a home on Navarro now, Navarro being free of the pirates. And it was great. It's just a very satisfying, fun, exciting episode. And I hope you all enjoyed it too. So what did you guys think of this episode of Mandalorian? Did you like it? Did you love it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Have a wonderful rest of your night. The Mandalorian drops new episodes every Wednesday on Disney+. Have an awesome rest of your night, everyone. Thanks for watching. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.